super excited with the finished product. I think they eventually like to talk to y'all about maybe replicating it in other places. Have other teachers in other cities.
Right.
That they love the idea, and they think that we have enough other skilled trades teachers that's been a part of Harbor Freight that would want to do the exact. One guy contacted me from San Diego. I mean, you know what it's like in California,
right?
And he's like, "Man, get me the plans. I want to build one."
right. Well, and we need to go through the plans and make changes.
That's what I'm saying. So, and that's what I told him at our summer conference. So let's go through the plans. I want to flesh it out and get a better set of plans, a more inclusive set of plans. Now that we've built the prototype, and once we get them, man, look, the more the merrier.
Right. And we've had so much interest from supporting churches around the country that everybody's calling me saying, send us the plans. I'm like, whoa, hold on. When the prototype's finished, we'll figure that out. So
it gives me chills, bro.
I know.
I'm serious.
I hear you. At least 1 or 2 calls a week,
really,
from churches around the country saying, we want on board, we want on board, we want on board. So it's being recognized big time. Big time. So
they're going to build them and bring them down. I mean, what more, right?
Yeah,
and if this becomes national, you never know.
guys are in a much bigger picture than you even realize at this point.
Well, obviously there's a much bigger problem to solve.
Well, there is,
right?
It's not just here.
But when I say the word, I mean just through our affiliate church, United Church of Christ, is a national church, and we got churches around the country, and I can't tell you how many churches have reached out to me and said, "Wow, we're in. Send us the plans. We're going to build one, bring one down." So it's so big right now.
And let me tell you the cool thing about the Harbor Freight Network is that we have carpenters, we have welders, and so in my mind, the material could go to a school with a welding program, and they can build the trailer and the frame. And then that can be picked up and taken to a school with a carpentry program, and they can do the rest. You know what I'm saying? And that way these kids are giving back, and they feel like they're part of the solution.
Right.
And then, so the kids are learning not just the hands-on skills, but they're also learning that community, involvement and the feel good. Exactly. When you can tap into a kid's heart, man, you can take them anywhere.
Right.
And that's what this has done.
This is exactly what this has done.
I mean, and we could do that right here on the coast. We don't have a welding program. I love welding. But if I could get a school with a welding program involved, and we give them the prints and say, hey, you build this, we'll come pick it up and we'll finish it.
We have somebody that does welding out in Pascagoula, right? If they can send
they got welding programs, Biloxi, Harrison County, they have welding programs. That'd be amazing. The more the merrier. I'm not about being selfish. I'll share it. I just want as many. I'd like to see a fleet of these.
Well, sharing is part of this game.
That's it.
We've got to partner up with everybody to be able to make this happen.
That's it.
So
the training we were in yesterday that we missed, that was part of it. It's kind of non-for-profits, kind of working toward excellence, and that's part of what we talked about yesterday. Is it's got to be collaboration.
Yeah, absolutely.
Not just cooperation, but collaboration, which is what y'all did.
So the other aspect of it, this isn't just students practicing a trade or learning a trade and particular skills. It's also getting them acquainted with a social problem.
Yep.
Yeah.
So it's not just a let's swing a hammer to learn how to swing a hammer. There's a purpose, there's a real world problem that you're solving, and you're learning about a solution for a social problem.
And that's what like a change. You say what we hope to do is we plant a seed that maybe not next year or 2 or 3 years from now, but maybe 10 years from now, one of these students has done this, said, I can solve a problem. I've already done it once.
Yeah.
Maybe it's not a tiny home, it's something else, but I can solve a problem in my community.
Yeah.
You know, I've got the tools, the seed's been planted, and if more kids had that mindset, we wouldn't have the problems in the world we have today.
Well, we know homelessness or unsheltered folks, the numbers are growing. We've seen an increase of about 50 brand new individuals at the Micah Day Center, drop-in center, this month alone, right?
Oh, wow.
So as it increases, and it's increasing across the country, this seems to be the most viable solution. And Gynes, who is one of our city council people, has looked into some of these models, and he'll support us and work
Look
with
no
us,
further.
right? So this is going to go all sorts of places.
Awesome.
Just to advocate, right? For people to create that change. That's what's critical. And see, there's a solution
Yeah.
to housing people.
Well, know
In a
that
way
you have a
humane.
partner in Harvest Freight Tools for Schools.
Yeah.
I mean, their foundation they want to
Do you have
support.
a contact with him that we
Oh,
can
yeah.
send a thank you email to?
Absolutely.
I
Okay,
have
great.
a question
Did you work with
too
them?
about that.
Yes, ma'am.
So you won in 2017.
17, yes,
so
ma'am.
That means that you can apply for grants like this whenever you want
Yes,
now.
so it started out, it was just the prize. And so then they had a summer conference where the first 10 winners went out, and we sat around for a week and talked about what the prize meant to us. And every year it grows. The new prize winners show up, and now we're up to almost 100 from all over the U.S. Automotive, welding, carpentry, you name it, electrical. And every year it just keeps getting bigger. So now it's kind of a joke. It's the gift that keeps giving. So because I'm a winner, every year I can apply for another grant.
But this was a student.
But this was a student driven. So a spinoff was, hey, let's give some kids an opportunity to be a part of us. So they started a student council committee to advise the adults, like what was important to them. And then because they were a part of that committee, they said, you know what, find something in your community that needs to be solved, and give us an idea, and we'll give you a grant up to $5,000. So they came to us. They wanted to go buy a bus.
The students.
The students were like, let's go buy a bus. And we can put people in the bus. And I'm like, bus is a little much for 5K, you know? And then, like, a day later, I talked to Mr. Poff about this, and I'm like, y'all want to help with homeless? Mr. Poff's and they're like, oh, that would be a great idea. So the students wrote the grant. Now those students have moved on. That was 2 years ago.
And we met with those students.
Yes, those students have moved on, and we've carried it across the finish line. And this year we're doing another grant. We're going to do another grant to turn a shipping container into a classroom that will go to Central America for a rural area where the kids can come in and learn some hands-on skills, so that they have something to give to the business community, to where, like right now, 12, 13 years old, there's nothing out in these rural areas, so they run away to the city.
Right.
When they get there, what do they have? Nothing. So they end up turning to crime, prostitution, because they have no skills. But this classroom will give them an opportunity to get skills, so when they do go to the big city, hey, I can run a drill, I can weld a little bit, I can do this. They've had computer labs, carpentry labs, welding labs, and we'll have one going to Central America somewhere next year.
Put it on a Chiquita boat.
Yeah, we wanted.
Yes. Dole, it's Dole, not Chiquita. Dole has already committed to, you give us the country and we'll take it there.
Really?
Can you actually ship everything inside the container
Yes,
once
ma'am.
you've made it? Oh,
Yes,
that's
ma'am.
awesome.
And we've got some ideas that ours is going to be different than everybody else's. Like our automotive teacher, they actually had a competition where they would make UTVs, like little four-wheeler type trucks, because they don't have transportation out there. And so it's a competition, but we want to build one, put it in our shipping container. So to get down there, they need water, put some jugs in the back of it, and they drive the little UTV,
So imagine a four-wheeler mule with a lawnmower engine with a pull start.
And this means a lot to
bare
this young
bones.
lady. This is where she's from. It means a lot to her.
It does. I mean, it is hard out there because there's younger kids that they want to learn many things and it's really hard for them. And they look for the things that are much more easier to them, is to either they end up becoming thieves or they just for doing things they're not supposed to. And it's really hard for them to get out there learning how the skills they need, and then once they come over here, they don't know how to do anything like that, and it's a huge opportunity for them.
Are you going to be a part of that project?
She's a senior this year, and we're going to do it this year.
So you guys are basically young activists,
Yeah.
right?
Really.
So tell us why. What's your passion around this kind of activism? Is it because these guys rub off on you, or?
That's part of it.
To me, I just want to make a huge difference in society because to me, there are people that be like, oh, women can't do this, but thanks to my teachers, they were like, they pushed us and they said, you can do this. And they were the ones who taught us more about me.
And most of the time they do it better.
That's great.
And it's not just this. This is just part of what these two have been involved with.
It's a lot. You get to learn everything around you, and you get to see what you make a difference in. You get to see what you help do, what you help change, what you help encourage.
Wow, that's beautiful. You need to share that with older folks that are too tired of trying to make change or haven't thought about trying to create change, right? Or just get overwhelmed with the problems and issues, right? Which is what this has happened, right, in this collaboration. It's like it's really clear. We're going to make a difference, we're going to make a change, we're going to face it head on rather than just sit back and say there's nothing we can do. For you to really have that passion for your country of origin, right, is really powerful. It's really powerful. How long have you been here? Were you born here? Is that where your family's
born here,
from?
but seeing the situation with my sisters and my cousins back at home, it's like it makes me want to make a huge change for them too.
Yeah, and so being a part of a classroom, to send a box, right, as a classroom ready to go for folks to be educated and to learn is going to be powerful. That's cool.
So Kim is one of, I don't know, I'm going to say 30 students that we have here at the high school that are either from Central America or have parents from Central America, and they're here learning English or transitioned out of the English learning program, and they're going to be a part of the project because we need their knowledge of what it's like in their home country to help us design what this shipping container needs to be.
Right.
And I'm kind of looking forward to that. Hey, let's ask the experts, the young people from Central America, help us design what goes into this. What are the needs? Because we think we know, but why should I know what they need? So we've got the customer right here.
Yeah. Wow, that's powerful.
So collaboration.
Well, learning, right? Learning from the students. The students are teaching the teachers. Yep. So,
and the project also involves each of our career and technical programs.
Yeah.
Welding to the robotics program and wiring and electrical to construction. Everybody's going to be involved with it. It's not just one little group of students that works on it. Everybody's going to have a hand in it, just like this. The transition shelter, was different groups putting their piece on it, and that spreads it out. And if we can involve other schools,
and right here on the coast of Mississippi,
it's not supposed to happen.
That's amazing. You guys are amazing. They're amazing. And your passion is obvious because you're cheering up, right? They're cheering up.
I love it.